Now this video isn't intended to be a how-to video. I just want to really try to explain what these products are typically used for. Now the Ostomy pouch is also part of the entire appliance package that you would normally put on when you have an ostomy. Now pouches come in many different shapes and sizes and styles, and some of them are clear like this one here. Some of them have a fabric covering on them. This one happens to be a two-piece drainable with a transparent cover. And what I mean by drainable is it actually has an outlet on the bottom that allows you to empty the pouch throughout the day rather than having to change the pouch throughout the day. Now, for ileostomates, they'll generally go with a drainable pouch because they do have to empty frequently throughout the day. It doesn't make sense to replace a pouch every single time. Now, colostomates may generally go with a close-ended pouch. And the reason for that is typically because they don't have to empty their pouch very often. Most colostomates might need to empty their appliance maybe once or twice a day. And a lot of them find it easier to just remove the pouch and discard it and then put another one on rather than having to empty it, once a day or twice a day. Now, some pouches come with filters and some of them don't. It's really a matter of preference. Most ileostomates and urostomates might find that their filters clog up very quickly, and that makes the filters ineffective. And in some cases, you might actually get stool or urine coming through the filter, and then you'll notice an odor outside of the pouch. Now, if that's something that's been happening with you, you might want to try a different pouch that perhaps has a different style of filter, or abandon the idea of a filter altogether. Now, as with the wafers, pouches will have different kinds of couplings that join the wafers together on a two-piece. Now, this one here is a mechanical coupling with a lock. This is actually a Coloplast product. But you might find other pouches that have adhesive couplings so that it can stick right to the wafer, and other ones still that just snap into place. So each brand will have their own style coupling, and some of them might be appropriate for your situation, and you might want to just try to experiment with a few to see which one you really like. Now, one of the great things about using a two-piece system is the fact that you can remove your pouch whenever you need to without having to take off your wafer. Now, a lot of ostomates might find that to be convenient if, for example, they're using a filtered pouch and that filter clogs up after a day or two for them and they really don't want to change their whole appliance that soon. They may just discard their old pouch, put a new one on, and then they have a fresh filter on there that'll get them through a few more days until they actually have to change their wafer. Now, some pouches come in different sizes. This one here is a large pouch, but you can find some that are medium size and then some that are smaller still. Really depends on your own situation and whether or not you have a high output stoma, if you have a very inactive stoma, if you irrigate your colostomy, and that sort of thing. Now, there are special bags that are intended for urostomates or ileostomates that have very high output stomas, and those bags generally have a much larger capacity than this style, and sometimes they have a spout or a drain on the bottom rather than this kind of closure that will allow you to empty a liquid or loose output more easily. You can also find overnight pouches meant for people that have very high output ostomies and they don't want to be bothered in the middle of the night with having to empty their pouch, or they've come into situations where they've had their pouch leak or burst overnight and they just really want a better solution to that. So these overnight pouches generally are very long and they can hang off the side of the bed and they'll collect upwards of 2 liters of output before they have to be drained. Now, if you get one of those overnight pouches and you have a two-piece system, you can basically swap that system with a regular pouch for the day and then go with the longer overnight pouch at nighttime. Now, pouches are generally considered completely waterproof, so you shouldn't have any concern whether you're going in a swimming pool or a sauna or having a shower with your pouch on. There should be no problems with getting that pouch wet. However, I will caution, some pouches that have filters will usually come with these tiny stickers that you'll notice in your box. If you're wondering what those stickers are, you basically put those over your filter if you're going to have a shower or if you're swimming and you don't want any of that water to clog up the filter. Now, there are some brands that actually don't have those stickers because their filters are designed in a way that repel water. So Hollister, for example, has their New Image product, and their filters generally don't come with stickers, and they actually say you can go for a swim or a shower and you don't have to worry about that clogging from water coming from outside of your pouch. The pouches are 100% waterproof, and they should also be 100% odor-proof. If you find that your pouch has any kind of odor coming from it, one of the first things that you might want to do is check to make sure you don't have any leaks. That's a common source of odor, and if you are experiencing leaks, then you might want to change your technique or perhaps use a product to help manage that better so that you're not faced with those kind of issues when you're out in public. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video and you want to see more like it, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and maybe share it if you think that someone else might be able to benefit. Until next time, I'll catch you later. Have a great day.